In exercise 17-11, we'll be working more with equivalent units. And so in this problem, we have, so it says the charges to work in process, the assembly department, for a period together with information concerning the production are as follows. So, okay, so we have a little T account here of the work in process account. So we have the amounts that have come in, we've got units, and we have a few holes that we have to fill in. So in part A, it says the number of units in the work in process inventory at the end of the period. Okay, so we want to start with the units in process at the beginning of the period, and so it gives us that right here. So we started with 1,600 units. Then units placed in production during the period, and so that is right here. So we added 29,000, and then the units finished during the period, so the credit to the account is what goes out, so that's 29,600. And so that means that what's left in process, that's this little question mark right here, is going to be 1,000 units. And so part B, equivalent units of production for the direct materials and conversion cost. So let's start off calculating whole units. So we started off with, in beginning inventory, 1,600 units. We started and completed, we don't know, but we do know what was transferred out. And so we transferred out 29,600, which means take our ending minus our beginning. We have 28,000 that was started and completed, so we just got to back into that number. Then inventory in process at the end, so we already calculated that up here. That's going to be 1,000. And so our total units will be the sum here of the two, so 30,600. So now we can do equivalent units, starting with direct materials. So all the direct materials are added in at the beginning of the process. So we had 0 direct materials in work in process at the beginning. We started and completed 28,000 because they're all added at the beginning. And then our inventory in process is going to be 1,000, which we already calculated. So 29,000 total units for direct materials. And so now for conversion cost, so conversion cost was 35% completed at the beginning. So if we, to figure out what we added during the month, that's going to be 1 minus the 35%. So the conversion cost being inventory, we're going to have 1,040 started and completed. We already calculated that at 28,000. So transferred to finished goods was 29,040, and then the inventory in process at the end of the period is 45%. So we take our 1,000 times 45% to give us 450. Add those together, we get 29,490. In part C, so we have cost per equivalent unit for direct materials and conversion. And so the total cost for the period related to direct materials. It gives us that right here. So that's going to be 275,500. We have our total equivalent units, which we calculated right here, 29,000. So we just divide our cost by our equivalent units. So we have a direct material cost at $950. So for conversion cost, so conversion cost is our direct material and direct labor. So we have direct labor is 84,600. Our factory overhead is 39,258. And our equivalent units, we calculated up in part B. And so that will give us conversion cost per unit of $4.20.